Hi, I'm Timothy Mitchell with Mimaki, and I am here in New Jersey at the lovely facility here in Rockaway. And we have some things at the facility in Rockaway that I want to show you, and I have an expert here in New Jersey. I'm with David Lynn. David, welcome.
Nice to meet you. Dave Lynn, Mimaki USA. We're here today to talk about the soft media kit for the UJV55 grand format printer. Printing at 126 inch requires 126 inch materials, which can be quite heavy. So this soft media kit allows you to take up to 220 pound rolls, and it puts a bar through the core, which allows for level feeding into the machine. And the feed and take up is metered and figured for, so when you need to print 30 feet, it's not going to be 29 feet 11 inches, it's going to be 30 feet. So it meters itself independently from the machine to ensure that you're getting proper take up, proper flatness while you're printing on your grand format materials, and that the dimensions of your files are set to exactly what you've designed them at. So when you go out into the field to do your applications, everything's as expected and as designed.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Dave. What many people not know is this particular, and I've sometimes referred to it as the soft fabric kit, because a lot of times I use it when I'm going to be running fabric backlets or fabric frontlets, any UV. This is a very good printer for printing UV printable fabrics, all right?
Absolutely.
And this particular kit, which controls the handling of the fabric from the back as well as the front, allows that fabric to travel through the printer properly to ensure that you don't have issues associated with fabric not traveling mechanically through the printer. So I've tended to call it the soft fabric kit, but in reality, media in general, because I think our common recommendation is if you're going to run 126 inch rolls, this particular add-on for the printer is a highly recommended item. Like, just that's how the printer should be ordered.
Absolutely. It basically allows the transit of large graphics to be metered exactly as designed. It's got its own metric aside from the machine for that length that's printed. And per your point, Tim, soft medias can include things like SEG fabric, which as you're pulling it through, there's a stretch to it. So that's what this soft media kit allows you to get that length of print, even though there is a stretch to a material. And this can include, building canvases, architectural canvases, as well as, of course, thinner banners, 13-ounce banners. It's not a problem at 10 foot wide to put it up to the soft media kit, set your watch to it, just print.
So the printer itself has a specification for 220 pound rolls, which is a good size roll. What we want to make sure is that the center of the roll in particular doesn't kind of sink in. It can't bow. It has to be nice and straight all the way across the printer during the entire print process. And this particular kit, I think, allows you to do that much more confidently and successfully, and especially the whole idea of printing on fabric is you load a roll, you print the whole roll unattended, and you have a high degree of confidence that when you're done, everything's going to be on the take-up print.
Absolutely.
All right. So what we're going to do too is we're going to go through some of the parts of this particular fabric. I always call it fabric, soft media kit, because it is banner, it is fabric, it's anything really that you're running on a 10-foot roll. We do recommend this. And then, so let's kind of go through it. It looks like you have an item on the top here. What is this item on the top, and what's this for?
So this material allows this roller allows the transit of the material to keep as flat as possible while it's on the bed of the machine and printing. Because if you have deviations in your material as you're printing, you'll have deviations in color. Everything is based off of flat. So what that allows the material to do is to lay more relaxed on the front before it goes to the take-up reel. So this is just added stability for the material.
Okay, so the material goes over this particular roller.
Correct.
And then drops down to the take-up.
Correct.
All right, now it looks also you have a much more robust take-up system than what you normally have as a default. Like this, in a way, the way I kind of view this is the take-up system that kind of should have been on the printer that got added on as an accessory.
Absolutely.
Because I think we wanted to make this more robust, and then this allows us to travel with this. The first thing I notice is you have a you have a bar right here, and then you also have a take up there. What's this bar for? What does it do?
So this bar will essentially allow it's a dancer bar.
Okay.
So it will add weight and remove weight when other components are taking up. So it just, in addition to the roller on the front here, that bar is also keeping everything at a certain stasis on the roll as it goes into the take-up.
Okay.
So similar to a laminator, how you web it, this is the webbing of this machine to keep everything straight, tracking true.
Perfect. So as we walk down a little this way, I'm seeing that you have a gear system.
Correct.
So you have a gear system down on this end that looks a great. Now, does that gear system go forward and backward?
It can.
All right.
You would manually reverse it because
Okay.
that would inform that you're doing an argin point, or you want to save material and,
Okay.
and back it up. So that part will be manual going this way, but it's automatic going.
Okay,
for
and then that gear in the front
front.
synchronizes to the one in the back.
Correct. It's all computerized. There's some brains in the soft media kit that connects to the printer, and everything's working together. So the printer is spitting the material out. The soft media kit is calculating the length to the point millimeter. So that's why accuracy on large jobs, large panels that you need everything to line up when you're out in the field, this is really a must in grand format printing. At 64-inch end cap materials, it's more manageable, but when you get to 10 feet, it's absolutely a net benefit that you can just hit the print button. You know everything as designed is what you're getting on the take-up core, and you can set up the next job as it's doing it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
All right,
Tim.
so let's work around to the back of the printer, and then we'll look at some of the structure of the soft media kit on the back of the printer.